Hello everyone. How are things going? Oh, yeah. Uh, so we are going to be ranking the Generation 9 Pokemon. Because, the games have been out for a few months now, and I think that gives people enough time, and just has given everyone enough time to really evaluate the designs of this generation. And I do have to say, overall, I don't think the quality of this generation in terms of Pokemon designs was that bad, actually. The games are a whole different story. That's a whole nother can of worms, to be honest. But, who knows? I might talk about that later down the line. Who knows? Oh yeah, is the audio too loud? Is it fun? And am I being picked up fine? If anyone is in chat? And also, yeah, my mic will be picking up a little bit more than usual. There was no room on my desk to really place my swivel arm. So, yeah, the mic quality isn't going to be as good. But, alright. Okay, am I being picked up fine, too, in terms of my mic? I just gotta make sure all that connection seems to go in and out, in terms of my mic? Picking me up? Let me see if I can... Okay, I adjusted a little bit on my mic, but if it's a connection issue, that wouldn't be good. Let me check something. CPU. Okay. Yeah, but that didn't seem like it would be an issue. It could. Maybe it's cutting out a little bit? I'm not sure because my connection here is better than at my house. Parts of every other sentence. Do I sound any better? Yeah, it doesn't seem like I should be having connection issues here. Though there would be a lot more of it if it was at my house having to use a wireless connection. Let me see here. Do 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 do. Yeah, let me see. It does seem like it's picking me up on my end. Alright, like, on my end, it's sounding all fine and everything, so I'm not entirely sure, and I just turned up mic gain so that it would pick me up a little bit more. But, yeah, Anyway, let's go. I already arranged the different tiers, like, you know, the cream of the crop, the godlike Pokemon. Which there are quite a few in this generation, I gotta say. Then there's great, you know, I like them, but they're not the cream of the crop. Then we have good. I'm like, yeah, I like this. I like it. Then we have average, where I'm like, it's okay. It's inoffensive. But, like, I'm not going to, complain about it if I see it. And then we have trash. And, hoo boy! There are some trash ones this generation. Not that many. Not as many as other generations. Looking at you, Gen 8. But yeah, let's get started. So first off, we're getting the first Pokemon. Wait, actually, let me say, these are going to be in order. Like, in the tiers, so like, oh, this is gonna be at the top of godlike, stuff like that. But yeah, let's go. Alright, so first we have Sprigatito. Now, when this Pokemon was first revealed, before the trailers even came out for Scarlet and Violet, because they were just released as pictures, I thought, oh yeah, this looks really adorable. But I did like the meme of, oh yeah, look at the weed cat. But yeah, I think it's cute. I like the color scheme. I even like the thing on its, like on its face, the dark green, which is kind of a, like a developing mask that fully develops when it becomes Meowscarada. But yeah, really cute design. This is gonna go into godlike. I think that shit is great. Now we have the evolution, Floragato, which I like it. I think it's cool. It kind of has the middle evolution syndrome of looking really awkward, I think. But I think it's still cute. Though yeah, it's a furry like everyone says. And apparently in its Pokedex entry, if it doesn't get attention, it just becomes a little shit. And I'm like, I can relate. But it's gonna still go in great. I like it. Alright, and now we're on Meowscarada, which is chef's kiss, I gotta say. Because I really like how its design is based off of a circus performer, like a jester almost. And I think that's very cool. Almost like a furry phantom thief, I think. But yeah, I remember when Meowscarada was revealed, everyone was like, "Oh no, it's not on all fours! Look how they massacred my boy!" But no, Meowscarada's cool. Who cares if it wasn't on all fours? Like, the other cat that was like, "Oh no, I'm standing up," was Incineroar. And that guy was awesome. I even play him in Smash. But who knows? Maybe Meowscarada for the next Smash that could happen. I don't know. But yeah, no, Meowscarada be going into godlike though. Hell yeah, baby. Alright. Now we are on Fuecoco. Which I think he looks cute, you know? Kinda like a crocodile, though on his chest there is a craft single slapped onto it, and I'm like, why are all these Pokemon getting craft singles slapped onto them, you know? Like, that's just a really funny trend. Especially when Scorbunny was first revealed back in Gen 8. And it's like, look at the craft single on its face. But yeah, Fuecoco is cute, I think. Like, it's the average, cute starter, but I'll put him in great. He's at the bottom of great for now. Alright, Crocolore. He looks alright, I guess. Like, I do like how on the top of his head it forms a sombrero, but the top of the sombrero is the egg for the songbird that appears on its next evolution. I think that's kind of cool. And the base of the sombrero is the nest. I do think that's a really cool design thing. Although, like, the chest of it, it looks like he's a soccer referee. I don't know why. I just think that's really funny that he looks like a soccer referee being like, "I'm gonna take care of this baby bird." But I don't think he looks bad. I just probably like the other parts of the evolution more. At least Fuecoco and Skeledirge that we'll get to shortly, but Crocolore is good at least. I like him. And oh, also its face looks a little bit doofy, I would say. Like, not bad by any means, but like, yeah, also just it's standing on like it's standing very hunched back. He's like, I'm watching over the soccer match. But alright, Skeledirge. I think Skeledirge is pretty cool. Oh, I should also talk about some of the typings of some of these. Like, I think Dark Grass from Meowscarada is really cool. Very fitting for the Trickster, and also just dark types, I'm very biased towards them. Like, I think those are really cool. Okay, yeah, anyway, Skeledirge. I think he looks cool. Like, he's a menacing crocodile, and I love the songbird that appears on his nose, because he's supposed to be after an instrument, and the nose itself just looks like a guitar. Like, it, oh, also, something I like about it is the coloration of its face, and the fact that it's Potfire Ghost is a cool reference to, Day of the Dead. You know, because a lot of, music is involved in that sort of celebration. Yeah, just very inspired design. Honestly, like, all the starters are pretty inspired this generation. It's not like Gen 8, where it was like, oh, man, look at this bunny that plays soccer, I guess. But yeah, though Skeledirge, I probably wouldn't put him in godlike, but the top of great. I think he's fine there. Alright, Quaxly. When I saw Quaxly, I was like, that just looks like a smug Donald Duck. And I do like the way that he flips his hair. He's like, oh yeah, I know I'm awesome. What? I mean, Quaxly, he's a little bit to me, though. At least this evolution. I'll still put him in good. I'll put him over Crocolore. But the very top of good. And then Quaxwell just looks like he's going through very awkward puberty, to be honest. Like, that they made his hair extra big. And he just looks a little bit awkward, I think. But yeah, he's just going through puberty, but I still think he looks alright. But the very bottom of good, for now. But later in the stream, I may end up changing around spots if I'm like, oh wait, no, I like this better, so this isn't certain yet. But alright, let's move on to Quaquaval, which a lot of people do not like, but I really like the inspiration behind this Mon's design, because it's designed after a flamenco dancer, and those are used in a lot of celebrations, especially in Spain, which the entire game is inspired by, like, Spain. I mean, you can see that by some of the characters using random Spanish for some reason. Yeah, Quaquaval is cool. Water fighting, that's a type that I always really enjoy. And I mean, also, I think Quaquaval is great because I've been using him a lot in Showdown, and his hidden ability Moxie is just chef's kiss. Because, like, you can make him snowball so quickly. But yeah, I think he's great. The top of great, in fact. Like, honestly, Gen 9 had some good starters, I think. Because, like, they felt inspired, like I already said. Also, dual typings. Like, the starters having dual typings is a really good thing. Not unlike last generation where it was all monotypes, which kinda sucked ass to be honest. Alright, now we're out of starters and my general thoughts on them, and this is the definitive starter rankings for now. Surprisingly, the water starter isn't my favorite of the generation, like it always is in terms of the starters. But hey, that's pleasant. Because, like, in Gen 8, my favorite was Inteleon, I think, just because he's a smug asshole. But, yeah, moving on. Alright, Lechonk. When Lechonk was first revealed, I was like, oh, look at the cute pig. But I do think that he's just kind of a curly... No. He's just kind of a average pig. Though I do like that it reminds me of the pigs from Wind Waker. I think that's really awesome. And also, the shiny having the coloration of a regular pig, I think is really dope. Like, that was a really good shiny choice. If I ever get the shiny charm, I plan on hatching eggs for shiny Lechonks. I think that'd be really dope. But, like, I do think he's really, really cool. Top of great. I love that boy. Then its evolution, Oinkologne, is a little bit disappointing, I think. Because, I was expecting him to be like a warthog or something like that. That would have been dope. But, could have been worse, I guess. I do really like the coloration of male Oinkologne over female. What? Oh. Also, the curliness on the tail is a really cool feature. And he just kind of looks like an emo pig, which I'll give him points for that. But not really any higher than good, but the top of good, I think. Now for female Oinkologne. I think it looks just alright. I just don't really like the end of its tail. That's my main issue with it. Cause like, it just goes out into a brush, I guess. They did want to maybe show it as more feminine aside from the eyes, I guess. But also its coloration changing drastically from Lechonk doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But it could have been worse. Like, that's just a little bit of a nitpick. I don't think it's bad. But it's average, I think. Because I just don't like it nearly as much as any of these other ones, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Alright, Dunsparce. There's both the 2 segment and the 3 segment. The Dunsparce is just such a funny troll by Game Freak, because every fan was like, oh yeah, I want a new evolution for Dunsparce. It'll be the best shit ever. And then they just added another segment onto him. It was such a good troll. Just shit's hilarious. Like, I don't know. I just think it's really funny. And they still kept his normal typing too, which makes it even funnier to me. But, alright. Now let's move on. Tarantula. It's alright. Like, the ball of web on its back is kinda cool, but it's just your average bug type at the end of the day, I'll be honest. Don't hate it though. Probably like at the bottom of average for now. Alright. We're now at the first Mon that I do not like. Spidops looks fucking dumb. I don't like it. Cause like, just the limbs just look a little off to me. Just, the entire thing looks really off. Like the fact that it's not crawling around on all fours anymore. It moves around by a thing at like the bottom? I'm not sure. Wait, no. It's usually just on trees, but on the ground it doesn't even move around on its legs. It seems like it just floats. Of course, that might be me not being observant. But just, I don't like it. Its stats are trash. It's just mono bug. Nothing great about it. One of my least favorite regional bug types, to be sure. Well, one of two for this region, actually, because there's also Nimble. I would also consider that a bug, the regional bug. And it's good. I like it. Just don't know where I would put it, to be honest. Bottom of good, I think, because it's just a cool bug. But nothing really notable about it. Now, its evolution, low kicks, I actually like. Because it just looks like a really speedy bug. Bug Dark is a really cool type. At least I believe it is. No, its weakness to fighting is nullified because of its bug typing, since bug is resistant to fighting for some reason. But I'm not gonna question it. But where to put it? In good, I think it's good, but I'll say I'll put it over Quaxwell, but not any higher than that for right now. I might have some other thoughts later, especially when we get to the end of the tier list and I'm going over it again at the end of the stream. But alright, Rellor. I'm surprised it took this long for this generation to get a dung beetle. Like, you'd think they'd have come up with a dung beetle in, like, Generation 2 or some shit. But, hey, I'm glad we have it now. But yeah, I think this looks cool. And I like the way that you evolve it by, getting it out. And it has to go a certain amount of steps before it evolves. I think that's kind of dope. Because it simulates just it rolling around dung. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not dung in its Pokedex entry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure its Pokedex entry says that it's not, dung. Let me Google that real quick. Let's see. Pokedex entries. Let's see. Oh, this Pokemon creates a mud ball by mixing sand and dirt with psychic energy. It treasures its mud ball more than its own life. Ooh, that's kinda dope. Like, the fact that he has psychic energy, which makes sense because his evolution's bug psychic. But yeah, it's a mud ball, that makes sense. Though, also with Rellor, I think its face looks really silly. all of Twitter complained about its face. Like, my Twitter feed was full of that for the longest time. But I just think he looks really silly. He's really silly. Probably the bottom of good, though. Actually, no. I like him more than Nimble, I think. Because it's just a dung beetle, and that's a pretty original concept that we hadn't gotten yet. Alright, now for its evolution. Rabsca. Like, Bug Psychic, like I already spoiled, I guess. But I think this is really cool because of its Pokedex entry, where it's like, oh yeah, no, its consciousness and, like, organs and everything are in that psychic ball, and that body is just like a husk, and, like, that looks kinda dope. It's like he ascended to a higher plane of existence or something. Just really cool. And if I remember, his stats aren't bad. Like, they're at least decent to go through the game. I don't know how good it is in competitive Pokemon, because I haven't used it yet. But I like it. I think it's good. Probably top of good, if I'm being honest. And just, it's very unexpected for a dung beetle evolution, but I kinda like the strange direction. Alright, Greavard. When this Pokemon was revealed, everyone was like, oh, look at the beautiful doggo. And I was one of those people. But a ghost dog that's loyal to its master, like, it's a dog. It's just such a good dog. Like, godlike. He's one of the best dogs. I love it. Pretty much every dog Pokemon that has ever existed, I'm like, Doggo! And then its evolution, I think, is pretty cool. Because this is the, wait, actually, no. Like, Greavard's evolution implies that its, like, owner abandoned him, but then the Houndstone Pokedex entry is like, oh, dog has been loyal to its master even after its death, and I'm like, that shit kinda contradicts each other. Like, that's a little bit confusing, and I do like the feet and the gravestone on Houndstone. He just kinda looks like a bigger dog. And like I said, the feet just makes him look even more undead. But it'll still go in godlike, but Greavard is still over it because of, the fact that he looks cuter, I think. Oh, and also the candle on the top of Greavard's cool. But alright, let's go, Flittle. Looks okay. It just kinda looks like a Bell sort of Pokemon. Kinda reminds me of a way tinier version of Chingling from Generation 4. But still average. Top of average, I would say. Okay, now it's Pathra. A Lady Gaga ostrich. I think that shit's cool. And just it's a mono-psychic type. Always cool, but I admit that Espathra has become one of my favorites from using it in Pokemon Showdown. Because it has a ridiculous ability called Speed Boost, which boosts your speed every turn. And you can use stuff like Protect, Calm Mind to just get so many stat buffs, and it learns Stored Power, which is a move that becomes more powerful the more stat buffs you give it. And it's ridiculous. But no, I generally like the design. Ostriches, I've always thought were cool. And it's about time we got an ostrich Pokemon. Unless there's another ostrich, which I'm forgetting about. Let me Google that real quick. Ostrich Pokemon. Okay, no. That is the first ostrich Pokemon. I had to confirm that. But yeah, no, well, not the very top of Godlike, the bottom of it. I like these Pokemon more, but, oh, also, the color scheme of Espathra I really enjoy. It complements each other well. And why I'm also like, this is the Lady Gaga Pokemon. Because that's kind of the exact color scheme of something she'd dress up in. Not that that's a bad thing. Alright, on to Farigiraf. A cool evolution for Girafarig, I think. Because I like that the tail just goes away and they're wearing part of the tail like a hood. I kinda like that. Like, it could look like the tail's being like, I'ma eat you. But, I think that's cool. Still cool. And it also does give a sense of unity between the two parts. While the first evolution was like, okay, yeah, these are just two separate entities, they became a single entity in this evolution. And I just think that's a really cool concept in general. Like, it's going into great. Like, that much is certain. Like, where it is in great right now, I don't know. It's gonna go over Quaquaval, I think. And also, yeah, just, cool typing too. I need to Google the typing for this. Farigiraf. Knowing to... Okay, it's still normal psychic. Which, yeah, that's the same typing that Girafarig had, but, it's still cool, still cool. Nah. Alright. Real talk. Wiglet's just adorable. I love him. Like, sea snakes? I like the inspiration from sea snakes. Where will it's going in Godlike for sure. Like, cause why would I not? But yeah, it'll go over here for now, but that might change later, we'll see. Now what do we got? Wugtree. Oh, also I gotta mention, water. Like, the fact that it's mono water kinda sucks. I totally thought it'd be mono ground, to be honest. No, water ground. Of course, that's just wishful thinking because, water ground is one of my favorite type combinations in all of Pokemon history, I'll be honest. Like, it started with Swampert, man. Alright. Wugtrio. I think that, Wugtrio is I think he's cool, but it's literally like 3 of them within like a rock, which is kind of strange for it to just gain a rock upon evolution. But I've seen stranger things in Pokemon. It's going to the top of good. I don't think it's great, but still at the top of good, I think. Okay. Dondozo. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a catfish evolution, a catfish Pokemon yet. Wait, no. There was Whiscash, and I probably like Whiscash more, but Dondozo is still cool. But I also really like it because it can partner with another Pokemon, Tatsugiri, to make it more powerful. That's just really unique. And we need more. Well, we've gotten a lot of unique abilities this generation. That's something I will give this generation, is that the unique abilities that we got are just chef's kiss. Yeah, Dondozo's great. I like him. Let's go... Let's put him here. For now. Okay, Veluza literally just looks like a shittier version of Barraskewda, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, I don't hate it, though. Like, it could be far worse. Over here, for now. Like, we'll see. I might change the placement of it once we get to the end here. Alright. Finizen. It's literally just an average dolphin. Still, bottom of good. It just looks like a dolphin, but I'm naturally inclined to like dolphins, so yeah. It does look like something that would be a Gen 1 design, I'll be honest. Alright, Palafin. Literally just... At least this form of Palafin is literally just Finizen with a heart on it. But then, we have the hero form from the overpowered ability. It just looks like like All Might as a Pokemon. And I think that looks really funny. I'll put that here. It can't go any higher than this. The fact that it's probably even good in the first place is probably a sin, but whatever, man. Alright, Smoliv. Cute. Cute. I love it. Need I say more? Moving on. Dolive. I actually like even more. It just looks like a precious, olive princess. Like someone from Adventure Time, I think. And it looks, just real cool. I'm saying real cool a lot. I should stop. Anyway. Yeah, I just like the, princess sort of look with, Dolive. No, Dolive is the name. I was mixing it up with Arboliva. Now, Arboliva... I think it looks cool. I actually really like stuff like the fruit on his arms and everything. I think that's kinda dope. And it's a very natural evolution from Dolive. From something with, like, it looks like an evolution from a princess to a queen, I think. At least I kind of see it that way. Since Arboliva is providing for the people, like, I don't know. It's great, though. Probably, up here, to be honest. Oh god, Flamigo and Flamingo without an N tier.
I mean, yes. That would just be an objective tier. But alright, let's go to Capsakid. He angy. He very angy. Average. Bottom of average. I don't have a whole lot to say about him. Okay. Scovillain. Okay, first off, the fact that it's a grass fire type is really cool. Having a chili pepper be something like that is just such a cool concept. But I wish that it had another evolution, because this one just looks like a middle evolution. Maybe in Gen 10, I don't know. But just for the concept alone, bottom of good. I really hope they come out with more Pokemon of that unique type. Okay, what? Oh, Tadbulb, that's the name of that one. It looks aight. Probably, no, I like it. And it's very, cute. Gives me vibes of, Tympole. From... Wait, no, not Tympole, Tynamo. They're both from the... Actually, no, Tympole would also be a good comparison to make. Looks like a combination of the two to me. Tympole and Tynamo, I mean. Right here for now. Like I said, I'm gonna go back through this tier list at the end of the stream. Okay, Bellibolt. Something I like about Bellibolt, aside from it being electric water, because that's a cool typing, I think. But I like that the things on the sides of its head are not actually its eyes, and it's kind of used to, fool predators, I think, according to its Pokédex entry. It also just looks cute, and very round. I love how round it is. Just for it would deserve to be in great just for being round alone. I'll put it right here. Okay, Varoom. Varoom? He looks okay. He's okay. Poison Steel is a very unique typing that I'm glad has been implemented this generation, I guess. And I do like Revavroom, more, though. But I think it's cool in the context of, Team Star's whole storyline, and how, the members modified Revavrooms to be certain typings and stuff like that, but the Pokemon itself leaves a lot to be desired for me. Like, I wish the actual Pokemon was more gigantic. Maybe I would think it's cooler, but just because of its role in Team Star's story, it'll go in good regardless, I think. And now, for Orthworm. What else can I say? He precious. He very precious. When I encountered him as a Titan, I was like, oh my god, it's so cute! At least I thought. But, I do think that it being mono steel and it being a little bit slow is a little bit Like, in battle it leaves a lot to be desired, but just... I love him. Though also, Earth Eater is a really dope ability. Alright. Now, let's go to Tandemaus. Like, come on. Tandemaus is great. They just look like they're just moving about. And they cannot be prevented from, evolving. Like, at least I think. Just the fact that it's like it just randomly evolves in your party without you even knowing, because that's just how mice are in real life as far as I know. We haven't had a house where we've seen, like, mice. We've had rats outside of it, but yeah. And then Mousehold is literally Tandemaus with kids, and they look like little war criminals. And then Population Bomb is a really dumb ability if you're using wide lens. It's just so cool. Easily my favorite of the generation, if I'm being honest. Then Citadel and Setatan only look alright to me. I don't really have that much to say about it, I'll be honest. Alright. They just kinda look like, not that notable to me. They're probably ones that I will forget. Okay, Frigibax. He looks aight. Not that much to say about him. Over here, I guess. Okay, Arctibax. I think he looks really cool. Like, just up here, he looks like an ice dinosaur. An ice dragon, you know, cool typing, very weakness laden, but terrestrialization helps it so much. And then Baxcalibur just looks like Ice Godzilla. How can you not like that? Just one of the most inspired designs of this generation, I believe. Then Tatsugiri, I actually like quite a lot. It kind of looks like a sushi roll. Which I know it's what it's supposed to look like because of it going in Dondozo's mouth. And I like that it has 3 different forms. Like, yeah, 3 different forms, like droopy, stretchy, which references the different types of sushi. I really like that. He'll go over Dondozo. Oh, also Water Dragon is a cool typing as always. I do wish that it was more powerful on its own, but hey, what can you do? Alright, Cyclizar. Cyclizar was a Pokemon that I did not think I would enjoy when I first saw it, but I have warmed up to it significantly over the years. Well, over the few months that the game has been out. Because, like, normal dragon, that's a cool typing, it's powerful, but I love its implementation in the region of Paldea, because they're primarily used as transportation throughout the region, and you see them in parking lots throughout every town you find. I think that's really dope. Good world building, I think. Not in godlike or anything, but It'll go in great. I'll put it right here. For now. Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry. Trash. Very trash Pikachu clones. Electric fighting is a cool typing, but the evolution line looks so lazy. Like, fuck. It literally just stands up and gets a little bit fluffier. That's all it is. That is all that evolutionary line is. Okay. Moving on. Wattrel, I think, is really cool. It's inspired by the Sandpiper bird, which I really like Sandpipers, I'll be honest. Especially when I first saw them on a field trip back in, like, grade school. Out on one of the beaches. And then Kilowattrel just goes into godlike. It's very up there. Like, behind Tandemaus and Mousehold, but it is way up there. And also, one of the first good electric flying types that's not Zapdos. Because, like, every other one we had up to that point, aside from Zapdos, was like, this thing sucks ass. But yeah, anyway. Bombardier. Like, dark flying, very standard, but... And I think the little bib thing looks kind of stupid. Like, it's supposed to be a stork, but it just looks dumb to me. But I like it because of, because of its Pokedex entry, where it just drops things on people. That shit's hilarious. I think. And it's going to the top of good, just because of how good that Pokedex entry is. Alright, Squawkabilly. He looks okay. I do like that he is the transport system in Paldea because of a Pokemon that we'll get to later on down in this list. But he just looks okay. His hairstyle is kind of not really something I like, but since all the colors are on here, I will rank them by color. So, first is, I think of all these colors, I like blue the most, then green, then white, then yellow. That's just me with the colors, since all the colors are on there for whatever reason, but sure, that's fine. 2-segment and 3-segment Dunsparce were on here. Okay, Flamigo. I'm finally at Flamigo. So, like, flying, fighting, you know, good type, same typing as a Hawlucha. And I do like that that the body looks like a boxing glove. And it's about time we got a Flamingo Pokemon. You'd think they'd have come up with that in, like, Gen 1. But, like, it's cool. Top of good. I like it a lot. Alright. Well, I like it, but it's not extremely great because it's not an inspired design, I guess. That's what everyone's criticism of it is. Okay, Cloth. He's great. I remember seeing him in the trailer, And he kind of reminds me of, like, Crustle, I guess. Especially because he's rock bug like Crustle and Dwebble are. And I think it's good. Where would I put it? Up here. I believe. But, okay. Knackley. Knackley looks okay. I don't hate it. I do like the name, that the name is, basically a version of, sodium chloride, since that element is NaCl, but, it just looks alright to me. Like, top of average. Then, there's Knacklestack. Looks okay. Kinda reminds me of Minecraft, if I'm being honest. And then, then Garganacl, I don't like. It looks like a Minecraft, like, golem thing, but, it's mainly in trash, cause I just don't like it. I'll be honest, I just don't. Like, I don't even know why. There's not even a reason for it. This thing needs to go at the bottom of average and, like, right here. Okay, Glimot, I think like, yeah, Glimot, I think is its name, but he looks, alright. Very average, I think. Top of it, but not as cool as Glimmora. I actually like Glimmora a lot because of its abilities and everything, but it's very inspired by, like, undersea, wildlife in, like, the deep dark, you know? Like, it's very strange. In the fact that the first area you encounter it in is Area 0, which has a bunch of strange things in it. It just blends in. Like, where will I put it in great? Like, right here for now. Okay, but Shroodle, I fucking hate how its face looks. It looks stupid! Okay, anyway. Now, Grafaiai is much better. Even great. Because, first off, Poison Normal is a really cool typing. At least I believe it is. And also, I just really like its Pokedex entry of how it uses the poison on its fingers to just mark up trees and stuff like that, like graffiti. Yeah. Just really cool concept and design all around, I believe. Like, that's just going up at the top of, like, great. I don't think it's godly like other stuff, but yeah. Okay. Fido. Precious. I love him. I like that he, just looks like dough. Just so many precious doggos this generation. And I love doggos. I can say the same thing about Doxpan. Put him right here. And I like its Pokedex entry of, like, it makes villages prosper. That's just a really cool concept to me. Also, yeah, fairy typing's cool. Good stats. It's pretty inspired, I would say. Like, it gives me the same energy as Alcremie from Gen 8. And I thought that Pokemon was really cool, too, when that game came out. Okay, Mastiff. the boy, the precious boy, and Mabostiff, also the precious boy. They're just precious boys. They're the best dogs. Alright, anyway, there's not even any reason that I need. I just don't need any more reason. Okay. Bramblin and Bramblegast. They go at the bottom, no, not at the very bottom of good, but right here. Because just, I like the concept that they're a wandering spirit within a tumbleweed. Since tumbleweeds just roll around and everything in the desert. It's very fitting thematically, I think. That's why I like it. If I didn't know that Pokédex entry, I probably wouldn't like it as much, or even use it on my team. But it's cool. Okay, Gimmighoul. Gimmighoul is, it looks like a little gremlin, I guess. Well, I like the chest form more than, the regular form, because the chest form looks like a mimic. I'd say it's good, actually, like, up here, I think. And then, yeah, the little gremlin one is just at the top of average. Okay, Goldengo. I really like him, actually. A lot of people don't, but I do. Because it's just a little, like, surfer dude made of gold. Like, he looks like he's just vibing. Also, Steel Ghost is cool. Its ability is broken. One of the most broken abilities in that entire game. Because of... it's so ridiculous. But, alright. We have finally gotten to the Paradox Pokemon. And the Paradox Pokemon, I'm very mixed on. Like, the ones in the past, I think, are much cooler than the ones in the present, I think. Like, that might be just me, because there are people that think the other way. But let's start out. Great Tusk. He is godlike. He just looks like a beefed up Donphan, which makes sense. But what I like about him the most is probably the tusks. And how they, like, just curve. It really shows how menacing he is. And I also like Great Tusk because you find him earlier in the game before you even get to Area 0. And, it's like, oh man, look at these, Titan Pokemon. It's just like in the logs that the professor left. It's just really good foreshadowing. Well, but yeah, like, Great Tusk, really cool. Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet is cool. It just literally looks like a prehistoric Amoonguss. I like the stuff that drapes over him, because it shows that it's from the past, and there's a stereotype of the past that, like, everything is overgrown. I just think that's a really cool concept to play around with. He's in great. I think he's great. Okay. Sandy Shock's at the bottom of average. It just looks weird. I don't hate it, but it just looks weird to me. Okay. Screamtail. I'd put Screamtail in good. It just looks like a monstrous Jigglypuff. Probably like right here. No, right here. Okay. Fluttermane. Oh, also, well, Fairy Psychic is something that's been seen so many times, but you know, it's still cool. Yeah, Grass Dark is cool. Ground Fighting is cool. That's one of the unique types that we were brought this generation, I think. Then, okay. Fluttermane. Ghost Fairy is a really cool type. I think that was the first Ghost Fairy type that we got. I could be wrong on that. I did watch the Mystic Umbreon video recently, but, I am not, sure. I think that he mentioned that Ghost Fairy was new, but anyway, I think Fluttermane is really cool. Helps that, like, I love how overpowered it is. 'Cause this generation has been so awesome with these new Pokemon. It just feels like a really cracked generation for competitive Pokemon. Alright, Slitherwing. Slitherwing, like, well, bug fighting is, of course, cool. But I think it looks alright. Actually, no, even good. I like it. But where would I put it? And also, it's one of the only Pokemon where there's also basically a future equivalent, since like Donphan, it has both like Donphan, Volcarona has both past and future versions of it. Because that was one of the Pokemon to even get that privilege. Okay. Roaring Moon. I mean, it's just a, Dark Dragon. Which isn't notable because of Hydreigon, but I think I really like Roaring Moon, actually. Probably my favorite past Paradox Pokemon, aside from Great Tusk. Okay, now we are on the future Paradox Pokemon, which I feel more mixed about. Okay, Iron Treads. I do like it, but, the legs look a little bit awkward on it. I just wish there weren't hinges on the legs. Like, it's at the bottom of good. Where would I put it? Like, right here. Because I don't think it looks bad. It's just, it could have been better. Actually, no. My favorite, future Paradox. No, I didn't say Iron Treads was my favorite of the future Paradox. But we are on Iron Moth now, which Poison Fire is cool. It's just an inherently cool typing. Salazzle got it in Gen 7, but I like Iron Moth more than Salazzle, I think. Like, it's good. I think it's good. Now, let's go, Iron Hands. Bottom of just... No, not the bottom of average, but somewhere around here. It just looks alright to me. It's inoffensive. Okay, and then Iron Jugulus. I don't hate it, but it just looks alright to me. I'll be honest. Like, it looks uninspired. Because it's literally just a robot Hydreigon with pretty much no differences to it. It might even be the same typing too. I'm not sure. Let me look it up. And wait, yeah, I said Iron Jugulus. I remembered to say the name. Oh, Dark Flying. Okay. They should have kept it as Dark Dragon. Would have been better competitively and shit. But okay, then this is Iron, well, it's the future Tyranitar, I know that, but... Iron, I think it's Iron Thorns? Yes. And Rock Electric is a cool type, I guess, but... At least sandstorms don't affect it, but you wouldn't use it on sand teams. Wait, although... something I do like about Iron Thorns is that it is a reference to something from Pokestar Studios. It's one of the bosses in that mode. So, it gets points for that. Just being a direct reference to a mode that basically no one played. They were like, oh yeah, it's not forgotten. Okay. Iron Bundle. I mean, it's just gotta go into Godlike, because it's just the best revenge story for Delibird. They were like, everyone mocked me for so long, they thought I was bad. But, they were like, I am going to enhance myself. He became the $1 million Santa Bird. And he basically now has the same vibe as Robo Santa, being like, let's get jolly on your naughty asses. But no, it's at the bottom of Godlike, because it's just Robot Delibird, but I just love how powerful it is. It's great. Like, I don't need any other reason for that. Okay. Iron Valiant. Probably my favorite Future Paradox Pokemon. It just looks like a cool robot version of Gallade. And that's all it really had to be. Like, they didn't go, overly futuristic on it. Just, it looks like a combat robot. And I like that. Fairy fighting is also a cool type. So, Godlike. And I won't want to hear any other answer. Okay. Wow, we're almost to the last row here. But anyway, Ting Lu. He looks okay. Top of average. I do like the Shrine Legendaries quite a lot. The other three, like Chien-Pao, I really like. The Sword Fangs just really do it for me for some reason. And also Dark type. It's just really cool. Probably, up here, I think. I think Wo-Chien looks cool. I like how it looks like a shaggy dog. Probably up here. Oh, also, I love how you learn about the Shrine Legendaries, because, yeah, you can find their shrines on your own when you're exploring, which is actually how I did it, admittingly, but you can learn about stuff like stake locations and everything through taking classes at school, so it's cool lore building. And then Chi-Yu, like, come on, it's a legendary, like, goldfish at the top of a waterfall. It's cool. I just really like that lore. Because it seemed way more intimidating when you learned about it. Okay. Real talk. Koraidon and Miraidon. Not the best box legendaries we've ever gotten. I'll say that much. But, they're alright. I don't know where I'd put him. Just higher than a lot of these, I think. Not higher than Ting Lu, but just up here. I don't hate them, but they're not amazing like some of the other box legendaries used to be, you know? Like, even Xerneas and Yveltal, I think, look really cool. And Gen 6 basically became when was basically when Pokemon as a franchise started to dip in quality. But okay, we have Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. Like, Tinkatink just looks alright. I do like how stubby its little hammer is. And then Tinkatuff, I think, is good. But Tinkaton, though! This shit's cool. It just looks like a little gremlin, and it's so chaotic. Cause its Pokedex entry is literally just, oh yeah, I'm a menace to society. The reason that fucking bird, Squawkabilly, has to be the transport system is cause I hate Corviknight with every fiber of my being. And just, it's Shep's kiss, you know? Also, Fairy Steel is a really cracked typing. Okay. We have Sharkadet now. It's good. It's a good pre-evolution, I think. Probably, like, up here. And then Armarouge. I think Armarouge and Ceruledge both look cool. They're some of the best Pokemon we've gotten from this generation. They're about in the same spot. I think up here, like Fire Psychic and Fire Ghost are just both cool typings inherently. But, oh. I do think that, it would have killed for them to, not have a stupid evolution method. Where it's like, oh yeah, you have to get this certain amount of things to get this item to evolve it. And you have to talk to one specific NPC for it. I think it's a little bit convoluted, but it's okay. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Toadschool. I mean, I love the little walk it has. I love the cut of its jib. Also, Grass Ground. Cool to see that typing return. I think, like, up here, and Toedscruel can accompany it. I just think that entire evolutionary line is really cool. And just a really cool regional variant of Tentacool and Tentacruel that are just really different. Alright, King Gambit. I think that the inspiration behind it, that being a general, is real dope. Like, I think that shit is really cool. And, although Bisharp didn't need an evolution. And I like its ability that makes it become more powerful the more allies you have on the more allies that are dead. And that's just a really cool ability. Like, honestly, just a really cool evolution for it. Like, yeah, the walking animation looks a little bit stupid, but it could be worse. I think, up here's a good spot for it. Alright. Okay. Paldean Wooper. and Clodsire have gotta go up here. They're just so precious. The most precious Pokemon of all time. Like, it's great. It's real great. I think that shit is dope. Is dope AF, yo. Also, Poison Ground is a really cool typing. The fact that it still has Unaware. Its special defense is cracked. And it's just really cool. Like, I'm in love with this Pokemon like everyone else is. Alright. Last Pokemon we have is Annihilape. Another godlike Pokemon. I really like it. I think up here, like, ghost fighting is really cool as always. The only one we'd had prior to that was Marshadow, which I like myself, but I'm glad it's on not a legendary, you know? But I love Annihilape's Pokedex entry. How it's like, oh yeah, this is from a Primeape becoming so angry that it died. It's literally just a guy that got so fed up with everything that he just died and transcended life. It's great. Like, it's so great. Like, I wish that it was, Wait, no. I was gonna say, I wish it was more powerful, but I'm like, wait, no, this is already more powerful. I didn't use it. But, yeah. Alright. But this is the tier list, guys. Like, these are just some of my general thoughts that I have. Let's go over my rankings again, like, and see if I want to change anything before we finalize this tier list. And keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. So, you know, take that for what you will. But, honestly, Gen 9 didn't have many bad Pokemon, to be honest. It is a, great generation in terms of designs. Like, it's more creatively inspired than Gen 8 was, at least. And I hope for Pokemon designs that we get more stuff like this in the future. Maybe with more of the Ken Sugimori charm and stuff like that, but that's a whole nother can of worms for another day. But alright. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I had a lot of fun talking about my thoughts and everything on this tier list. But yeah, that'll be it for the stream, guys. Bye.